What is Tastybites? In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how Tastybites came to exist and why it's important for you to have not just a name, a logo to represent your brand. Okay, welcome back to my channel. My name is Patience Ineji, founder and CEO of Tastybites. Officially, Tastybites started in 2015. I've always enjoyed baking, hosting, and so putting things together, making things look pretty is something that I enjoy doing. And, just being able to serve your guests and see them enjoy, the food or pastries is just something that I love. Just from baking and entertaining and things like that. I had a conversation with my family. We thought it was time to give this business a name. So everyone came up with different names. I think we came up with Tasty, and then we just came up with, is it Tasty Chew? Is it Tasty this and Tasty that, and just different things. But when we came up with Tastybites, it just felt like, yes. So when you get this feeling, yeah, that's it. That's what happened. Literally, that's just how Tastybites happened. And so I slept on it, I prayed about it, I thought about it, and that was just how Tastybites took off. I kind of had an idea of what I wanted the logo to look like. I knew that I wanted something, when you see it, it speaks about food. It talks about something where you're tasting something. I could see a picture of it, but I couldn't really bring it out. And I'm going to leave in the description box the information for the branding company that I use, that I have been working with and I'm currently working with, and they're responsible for the branding that we do in Tastybites. So I'm going to be leaving it there. Their name is LOI Graphics. Believe it or not, that logo, Tastybites, came like we put it together and we picked the color. And so it's important. That's another thing you need to be able to know, is what is the color that you are going to choose. So I decided to go with white and brown. So if you look at Tastybites, you're going to be seeing white box, brown logo, brown box, white logo. It's going to be always white and brown. You're not going to see, you're not going to see yellow. You're not going to see green. It is important for you to take the time, not just pick something that you just feel. Sleep on it, think about it, because once you pick that name, you can't wake up 2 weeks after and say, I'm going to change it. It has to stick on you. It has to grow with you. And that's exactly what has happened with Tastybites. So it's something that I live, breathe, eat, speak. Tastybites. We have Tastybites and we have Tastybite Catering. With Tastybites, we handle cocktail hour pastries for events. Tastybites Catering handles the main course meal. So that would include all of your food items. So that's the difference between Tastybites and Tastybite Catering. That's what that name has to be. You have to be ready to just live with that name. So it has to grow with you. Tip number one for you is take the time to think about that logo. If you have a good support system, consult with them and let them share their ideas with you. But when you pick that name, however you pick that name, whether you have to go to a mountain and think and then come back after 2 weeks, that's fine. Just know that it's not a name that you're going to drop. A lot of the companies that have been sustained over the years have stuck with that name. They didn't change their name every week. So that's why it's important for you to take the time. Tip number two would be that logo. Don't come up with a logo because you saw somebody else's logo. Come up with something that you invented. Come up with something that you love, and come up with something that if you see it again tomorrow, you're not going to be like, I'm getting rid of it. Come up with a logo that represents you. Come up with something that represents the brand that you're trying to put out there. Tip number three, which is the most important tip that I will share with you today. If you're not ready to work hard, it's not for you. This pastry thing, company thing, an entrepreneur, business owner thing, if you ask anyone that has a business, they will tell you it is not 9 to 5. Once you get up, you have to be ready to put in the work. What did I say? WORK. Work. I look pretty here because I'm on video. I'm chatting with you. You have to understand that there's a time to work and there's a time to look all glammed up. Do you just want to look glammed up all the time? I mean, that's not the work that I do. Your food is going to speak for you. So I'm always ready to put in the work to make sure that I get that food out there and that food speaks for me. Passion is not the absence of hard work. Passion is what you're going to have when you're tired. Is that passion that is going to tell you, get up and go? Is that passion that is going to tell you, wake up? You have to love what you do. I love what I do even when I feel tired, but I find fulfillment in what I'm doing, so I keep on doing it. And I have an amazing support system. I have my family. It's important to have, people around you that support what you're doing. Don't ever think you're an island. You have to have a support system. People that are going to help you and continue to push you towards your goal. This is 2021. If you have that passion, you have that name, you have that logo, it's time to hit the road and it's time to get to work. Tell me how you came about with your business name. I've told you how I came up with mine, so I'd like to know how you came up with your business name. Leave it in the comment section for me. Let's get talking.